and we're going to see how this bad boy applies. I've just been talking and I wasn't filming. Hello everyone and welcome back to another YouTube video. I hope you're good, I hope you're well. I am very excited about this video, but just want to start by saying thank you so much for each and every one of you for being part of my life. We are growing very quickly. I can nearly see the 1,000 mark, and that to me is absolutely huge. So yeah, welcome back to another video. As you've already guessed by the title, this is a very exciting video. You know me. Now there's one girl in my life that I absolutely adore more than anyone. Charlotte Tilbury. And yes, the box is so trashed. I don't know what Hermes did to this, but she's been through it. I'm sure you already know. I'm sure you already know about this information. She has released a new foundation. A new foundation that is supposed to be like Hollywood Flawless Filter in a foundation. You know me, right? I've loved Hollywood Flawless Filter for years. Before it went viral, I was there. I showed up, I applied her, and I've applied it ever since because that product is my holy grail. And I've said this every year, but if I had one product to take with me on a desert island, it would be Hollywood Flawless Filter. So if this foundation is like it but better, then I might just lose my mind. I thought it was only right that I did my first ever try, my first review with you guys. I'm going to provide you with a good review, a very good review. We're going to talk about application, we're going to talk about coverage, we're going to talk about shade, and I'm actually going to show you how it wears. So yeah, let's get into it. Now, first thing to note is obviously the packaging. I mean, Charlotte Tilbury, I don't think ever disappoints with the packaging. It's very consistent with the rest of the brand. What it says on the actual package is, this is Charlotte's Beautiful Skin Foundation. Skin looks more radiant by up to 285%. That's a lot, Charlotte. That is a lot. Long lasting and pollution defense. And you know me, I love a pollution defense. Detectable coverage improves the look of skin. Boosts hydration by up to 166%. She's coming at us with these percentages. Oh, there's more. Skin looks plumper and smoother by up to 181%. There is a lot of percentages throwing around this room. Foundation itself looks like this. It is in the squeezy applicator. I like a squeezy applicator. I'm all for it. I just think it actually gives you more control over how much product you actually get. It reminds me of the Estee Lauder Futurist Hydra Rescue foundation bottle. Very similar. This is 30ml, which is actually a standard foundation. This is 35, which is why it's slightly bigger. I didn't get tested, I just went with what I know. I'm literally shade 1 neutral for everything in Charlotte Tilbury. Everything, which I believe is the lightest. I'm going to swatch it on my hand first, and then we're going to see how it applies. I'm also going to do what I normally do and just apply some concealer to my blemishes. But then what I'm not going to do is apply Hollywood Flawless Filter. And I feel like I'm cheating by not applying her. I apply her every single day. I don't want it to sway my view. I don't want it to impact how the foundation sits. I'm just going to take quickly and just put a little bit of concealer on. So swatch wise, I'm just going to pump a little bit on my hand and we'll have a little look at the shade. Yeah, that is perfect. She be smashing it. She has smashed it. I always go for one neutral. I just find it's so much better. They do offer other kind of bases in the other foundations, so they offer more pinky base. That blended out really well. I believe that's a very good colour match. Now I'm going to apply this with a foundation brush. It does actually say to apply it with a foundation brush, and I believe Charlotte Tilbury, a lot of them are better with foundation brushes. I also just use foundation brushes for every kind of application of any form of foundation or cream. I just find it works better for me. And we're going to see how this bad boy applies. Firstly, we know that the colour is perfect, so I'm not too worried about that. And I'm just going to go straight in with my foundation brush and just start to blend it. The first thing I'm noticing is that it's thicker than what I expected. I don't know what it is. I probably expected more like Hollywood Flawless Filter kind of thickness. The consistency of Hollywood Flawless Filter is quite watery, whereas this is a lot thicker. Obviously this is a foundation, so it's got to be, but it is definitely thicker. It's blending out very well. I mean, it goes very far. I've still got a load on my hand for the rest of my face, but so far that is looking very nice. I wouldn't say it's as dewy as what I expected, but we will see how it goes. That's just on my first kind of thought. And then I'm just going to press using a smaller brush. Is something I always do, just to make sure that I really work that foundation into my skin, and to make sure that it's actually blending. You know, when you've got those little hairs, it's blending into those little hairs. I've actually covered my blemishes and the redness really well so far, and I'm actually very impressed with the shade. Like, I think it's really tricky as a pale girl. If you're a pale girl, you'll know what I mean, to find the shade that is right for you. I remember for years and years I struggled through life because there was no choice. There was just no choice. So it's actually really nice to be the exact same colour as my neck, and to not have to add any light concealer or anything like that. So on the first application, I would say that it's definitely medium coverage. It's not anything more than that. You can still see a bit of colour to my skin, which is actually really nice. It adds that kind of natural finish rather than being too full coverage, especially in comparison to other foundations like airbrush finish foundation. That is very full coverage, whereas this is kind of more light, I would say, and a lot creamier. This one pump has actually gone really far as well. It's actually covered my whole face and blending really well. That actually looks really good. So I'm going to really zoom you in so you can just see, and hopefully you'll be able to kind of see what is going on. So we've still got some like redness around the areas where I have blemishes, and that is normal. This does not say that it covers, that it's like a full coverage foundation, so we can't go in about that. Overall, it's a really even finish. Like I said earlier, it's less dewy than what I expected. I would probably still say it's more like demi-matte rather than dewy, but you do really get that nice kind of subtle sheen. Probably with Flawless Filter underneath, you get more of that dew and you get more of that glossy kind of finish. I'm going to go off camera and finish the rest of my face, and then we'll have a little look at how it looks when it's finished, how other products has applied onto it, and then we're going to do the test of how long it lasts. So there you have it. That is the finished look. Can I just say, the more I was doing my makeup, the more I actually liked the foundation. But at first I wasn't blown away by it. You know me, very dramatic person, so I thought I was going to be like to the floor straight away after applying it. I thought, she's gone. But actually I didn't get that initial reaction. I was a bit like, okay. And now I honestly love it. I genuinely think my face and my skin looks so healthy and so like glowy. Yes, obviously we put a little bit of highlighter on the tops of our cheeks, but in general, like, it actually starts to look nicer after like leaving it to set into your skin. I think my skin looks healthy, it looks glowy, it looks natural. It doesn't look heavy, like it doesn't look like I've got foundation on. Actually, the appearance of my skin right now looks more like I've got a skin tint on, to me anyway. This looks more like my skin tints, but better. Applying products on top of it, it actually blended really well. The foundation itself didn't come off when I was applying on contour, because obviously the majority of my products are actually cream. So you can tell a good foundation with how you apply creams on top of creams, and actually didn't come away. It still stood its ground, it still held that coverage, and I didn't need to powder much in areas that I was struggling with, like blemish areas. So yeah, I'm very pleasantly surprised. What we are going to do next is I'm going to check in with you at the 8-hour point, and we're going to see how it's looking, because if this girl is supposed to last and be long wearing, I personally would want to see how it looks after 8 hours, because that is a standard work shift. I'm going to check back in with you at 8-hour mark. I'm not going to touch up, we're going to leave it. Remember this face, remember how it looks, and I will be back with you at 8 hours. You're going to have to bear with me as well, because I'm not going to have my ring light when we are actually going away for the weekend, so I'm not going to have a ring light, but that's actually going to be even better, isn't it? Because you're going to be able to see how it actually looks. So far, it's so good. I'm hitting you with an update. Goodness me, what a day. It has literally been on for 9 hours. And I swear on your life I haven't touched it. And I'm actually... This is the first time I'm seeing it now. There is some parts that have come away. Obviously around my blemishes, there's some mascara underneath my eyes, which is pretty standard to be honest, because my mascara always goes underneath my eyes. But in general, like, I don't think it looks bad. I think it's actually lasted very well. I've had a bit of a busy day. I've been here, there and everywhere, and actually it stood the test of time. In general, yeah, I would want to top this up to make it look a little bit nicer, but I think I am very impressed with how it looks. So yeah, let me know what you think. I really hope that you found this review useful. I always prefer to do the check-ins and actually show you what it looks like, because to me foundations should last, and that is what you're looking at when you're trying to buy it, aren't you? So yeah, I really hope that's useful. I love you all so much. If you haven't already, please subscribe, join my family, and yeah, I can't believe we're nearly 1,000 subscribers. You guys keep me going. If there's another product you want me to review, please comment down below, share it, and I absolutely will. I'm sorry about the lighting in this clip, but yeah, it's real. I'm real. Love you all.